Okay, howdy. We'll get started. Uh, I am just going to show you the wonderful world of cryptocurrency. So, I would like to actually start out by thanking you for taking the time out to try to understand this a little better. Let's just start with the basics. The foundation, the tools you're going to use. Some of the things I would look into making accounts with are with Coinbase, TradingView, a brokerage, Osprey FX, crypto wallet where you can buy and exchange your cryptocurrencies, and then your actual trading platform where you will be making your trades. Um, so let me go back to Coinbase. Coinbase is also a wallet. You can buy and sell your crypto here. You can link uh, Coinbase to your bank account, and you can take funds directly to and from. I don't utilize them by themselves because there's usually a wait, such as if I wanted to buy Bitcoin and then for me to send it, I would have to wait about a week or so before I could actually send the Bitcoin. That's why I use an app called Trust Wallet. Trust Wallet, I can buy my cryptocurrency and I can send it to Osprey FX, um, and then I can send it to my trading platform where I would actually make the trade itself. So this is kind of but the thing is, the reason why I do have Coinbase is because it's directly linked to my bank, and I can make deposits to where Trust Wallet and Osprey FX does not have that access to my bank. So there are some exchanges that you're going to have to learn, um, and how to send it. It's a little funny, but at the same time too, it's completely secure. It's safe. I will say that trying to buy cryptocurrency on a debit card can be a little challenging. If you have a bank, make sure you have your bank's app so it gives you alerts when you're actually about to do so. So that way it doesn't think a scam is trying to take your money. All right, with that being said, let's start with Osprey FX. So Osprey FX is the broker that I'm choosing. Um, they actually have good services. They utilize TradeLocker, which is an excellent trading platform. Uh, and also, you don't need just to have accounts. They also have challenges to where if you think you're actually a decent day trader, you can actually open up a challenge to where if you win the challenge through day trading, then they give you money to trade with, and then you keep up to 80% of the profits. So that's an option. But let's just give you an example. Let's say that I'm at my Trust Wallet, and let's say that I want to send some money. So the thing is, Osprey FX accepts Bitcoin. So you would go to Bitcoin, you would hit buy, you would say how much you wanted to buy, for example, and then you'd say with a credit card, and then you would choose. They'll give you a list of who you can buy from. MoonPay is the easiest for me because I'm set up with them. So is Mercuro. So I have less trouble with them with my bank because they're always getting knocked off and denied. But um, like if you just go through the process, and it takes a little bit of time. It takes about like 20 minutes for it to show up on your account. So don't freak out or anything. So you would go through this, you would hit continue. A lot of times I do Google Pay just because then it's easier actually. When you do buy it, it'll email you saying you got the finances there, and then once it shows up back to your Trust Wallet, um, you will hit send. And when you go to send, uh, at this point, you would actually go back to Osprey FX, and then you would say, "Hey, I want to make a deposit," and then deposit type. Let's say it is Bitcoin, and then the thing is, you don't have to do it just to your wallet. You can actually put it in your platform, your account. So let's say I want to actually deposit the money I'm getting into this account. So I'll do that, and then I'll do this much. And the thing is, it doesn't have to be exact. It has to be a good roundabout number. Whatever is sent, it will put in. But you want to put in a good roundabout number because the fees, slight changes in the market, it's always going up and down. So it's never like, oh, it has to be exact. No, it's automatic. Just say if I wanted to deposit 500 and it came out to be like 495, then I'm going to try to hit 495, and then I would go to payment. After I go to payment, um, what it will do is it will create an address, such as right here. What you will do is you will hit copy address. You go to your Trust Wallet, you put in the address, and then I always just max out whatever I buy. So let's say I had like $500 for the Bitcoin. I would hit max. I would send it. Now you will get an email telling you when it hits, and then that usually takes about a half hour, an hour. So it does take a little bit of time. But the thing is, uh, comparatively wise, it's very fast because with like other Robinhood and stuff, it's instant, but you can't deposit it. You can't take the money out for like 2 weeks. This, it's about like 5 hours in. You got your money, you can trade with it. And then if you wanted to take it out, it's like another 5 hours to be on the way to your bank account. But with like Coinbase, it's about 3 to 5 business days. Usually it's closer to three. But like I said, it's very quick. You can see it being deposited into your account within the same day. It's very nice. Okay, so you got your money into your account and you want to trade with it. So let me just show you the very basis of it. Ignore all this. Let me just show you this. This is price action. Um, this right here is a time frame. So I can choose any time frame that I want. So right now we're on the 15-minute time frame. That means for every candle wick you see, it represents 15 minutes of movement. So you want to pay attention, especially to these, because the thing is, I'll show you what the patterns are, but these make patterns. You always want to be looking left because when you look left, it tells you what's going on. Like for example, here you see where this is. This used to be resistance right here, and it was like resistance, and it pops through, and then it becomes support. But the thing is, the opposite can be true too. Here's resistance. It goes down, tries to get it, fails, so it goes back down, hits support levels again, goes back up, and it pops through resistance. So that's levels. They're always fighting through levels, either to maintain itself or it's going to plummet. Now, you can make money by taking a position to either buy or sell. You're not buying or selling anything. You're actually taking a position in the market, saying, "Hey, if the money's going to go down, I I'm looking at it like, hey, the money's going to go down. Price action is going to plummet. So I want to be in a sell position in that case. So when I take a position, I say, hey, this is what I want to choose. You have what's called these lots. I'm going to back this up real quick, and I'm going to explain what everything is, just because I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So you have your balance. This is the amount of money that you have. Let's say I didn't have any positions open. This plus this, so it's 2,500. Um, that's a balance. Now, profit loss, it represents what's actually happening with the positions you've taken. You do have fees, and then for every night that this stays in, it goes up a little bit. Let's see. This has been up for a minute now since 12/20. Yep. So this has been up for about 24 days, 25 days, so almost a month. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's less than $1 a day if you did hold your positions for long term, which is definitely, as it goes to show, it's not a bad idea with some cases, depending on your strategy. I'll get into that too. So, like I said, you have your balance. you have your profit loss, you have your equity, which is what your money is at the time of your profit loss together. The margin that you use represents the lot number. Um, that's a little funny to explain, but basically, this is what generates your profit loss right here, your profit or loss. And it costs every time you choose something different, it's going to be a little different. So that 0.05 for XRP, for example, represents for every cent XRP moves, that five is $5. So every cent XRP generates, I'm generating $5. Now, for me to maintain that position, it has to take $26.89 out of the account to hold on to. I don't actually, it doesn't go anywhere. It just utilizes that to generate profit loss. And then, yeah, margin available is what I have left to use with, because as it uses margin, it takes it out, and this is what I have left to trade with. So, yeah. And then the margin level, what percentage of the account you're using currently. I like to keep this below 5% because this represents how much money you are using to generate, how much margin you're using to generate profit loss. And the thing is, if you're like 15-20%, you'll see your money go up and down in a dramatic fashion, and it's scary. You want to keep your head above water because, like I said, this shit's scary. That's why I keep it lower. But even with me doing a lower percentage, look what happens. It can be a substantial gain. And I also get into the fact that you need to take profit before it turns into a loss. This is actually getting up pretty high. As you can see, this is almost a month in. And honest to God, that's not bad for a month's turnout. Same thing with this one. It's around the time where it rebound. I should have bought two more of these. Yes, look at that. That would have been more than 1,000 at this point. But yeah, that's just me, being skeptical of the market. Um, okay, so I've talked a lot about that, and this one's always. Oh yeah, so this is important. You go up here. The thing is, you can do a few different things. So a stop loss is basically you're saying, hey, you know what? When I make this trade, I don't want to lose more than a certain amount of money. So my stop loss, while I'm in a buy position, if it goes below $2.40, then the thing is, I don't want to lose more than this amount of money, which is $157. Now my take profit is like, hey, I think it's going to go to $3 here soon, and it's probably going to be happening when I'm asleep, and I don't want to miss it. So when it does hit $3, I want my money, $500. So you do a buy position then, and then the thing is, it does it automatically. If it hits this number, you lose that much, but no more. If it hits this number, that's what you make, but no more. Same thing in the sell position. But you do want to fix that a little bit because it's opposite now. So I don't think it's going to go past $3 in this example, right? So if it doesn't go past $3, then that's how much money I'm going to be losing. But if I think it's going down to like 230, it does take a minute to update sometimes. Like this has always been kind of finicky, just when you're trying to edit these. Then my take profit would be at $2.30. So yeah, that's that. Now this is market. That means this is happening right now, immediately. Um, Pending is a good example of what you would like to do in the future. Now it does take margin out when you're doing a pending order. So pending order is when it hits a certain number right here, and then you decide to either buy or sell. It does it automatically. It sets up your parameters and everything. So let's say, hey, you know what? I think when it hits $3.30, that I should take a sell position because it's going to plummet. and then I don't want it to go beyond $3.50, but I want to take my profit at 250. So this order does not happen until the market price hits that number. So that's a great tool. I don't always utilize it just because I feel like I should just keep up with it. But that's probably something I'm not utilizing enough personally. Oh man, I'm about to take some profit here in a minute. Look at that. Um, Sorry, I don't mean to show off. Uh, so I'm just XRP right now is moving up and it's very bullish, and I don't want to get out of this position yet, but I'm about to because that's looking a little too tempting. Uh, but anyways, market pending, sell position, buy position. You do not make or lose anything until you close your position. This is right here. Let's say I want to do a partial close. Like, you know how it says 0.05 lot, right? I can take a little bit from it. So I don't have to take the whole thing. I can take little bits and pieces of it if I just want to start dissolving the profit little by little. Or I can just close out the whole thing, which is great. You can also edit your positions. Say you think that it's going to fall, but you don't want to lose all your profit. So your stop loss, your take profit, you can adjust all that, which is great. It's very hands on. It's very, hey, you're in control, you're responsible, you're accountable. I like that a lot. I really do. Okay, so we talked a lot about how this works in specific. Now let's talk about TradingView. TradingView is basically where I go to look at my strategy for to help me make my choices. I do also use this too because there's other tools. This actually uses TradingView, um, so I will definitely utilize both of them. But primarily, this is where I go to look at what my strategy is, just so I'm not distracted. Let's look at Bitcoin, US dollar, and then I want to show you my strategy. Now, the thing is, this is just plain. You don't see anything. When it comes to TradingView, there's a lot of tools you can use. I'm going to show you one. It's called Fibonacci. So Fibonacci retracement is a tool. So let's say I'm looking, it's going up. So like, okay, so it peaked. I go from the bottom where it bottomed out, and I go all the way up to the peak, and then I look to see if it's bouncing. If it bounces off here, then it's at least going back up here. That's what this Fibonacci tools tells us. Now, the thing is, if it hit this level or this level, that tells us, hey, it's going to rip past this level. There's a better chance of it happening. This, it's a moderate chance. More definite, like, oh, she's going to rip. Those are the three levels. That's a typical tool. It's good to use. It's technical data. It's your TA, technical analysis. But yeah, that's some basic stuff. There is tons and tons of them. You can look at it. You can see just so many. There's so many different theories, so many different tools you can use. There's something called oscillators. I'll show you what that is. But indicators. Let me show you what that looks like. So you have an indicator here. This is a part of my strategy. This is the RSI. This is the relative strength index. Um, Basically, uh, this represents moving averages that are going through the market. Oh my goodness, it hit 275. Sorry. Um, so let me show you what my strategy looks like. Okay, I won't show you volume. I'll show you this. Show you this. Okay, so already it's looking kind of funky. I will show you volume. Okay, volume represents the inflow. The green represents people are buying. The red represents people are selling. Um, so this is my strategy. It already looks confusing, I can tell you. Um, but I'm going to try to I'm going to try to share this to you anyways. These lines represent a time-based average, 50 day, the 100 day, and the 21 day. Uh, this represents the price action of those days. So this is a long-term 200-day moving average. This is a 50-day moving average, and this is a 21 moving average. So basically, what your strategy is, if these two lines are above this line, once they cross over, and as soon as you get the very first green arrow, you buy. Most of the time, I actually wait for it to dip below, because the thing is, when you have a high rip like this, you're going to have retracement. And you're just kind of fucking around with being a sniper at that point. But the thing is, look what happens. It goes up. Another point of the strategy is, when that happens, when it has a cross, and you're looking at a point, you look down here. This purple line is above this yellow line. You want to buy. With those things in mind, you're looking to get into a position. But the thing is, this position is a scalping strategy, and you really want to pay attention more to the lower time frames. Usually, I wait for to even start for the 5 minute. As soon as the 5 minute happens, oh yeah, this is a little funny. You got to kind of correct a little bit, but it's just finagle. Um, so obviously, you can see, if you listen to that strategy and you got in this buy position here, as soon as it crossed up, like, you would have been ripping, and then it would have been just going and going and going. Like, it's been in a buy position for a long time, and that's actually almost concerning, just because, like, there's retracements, there's corrections, there's market maker moves. All those mean something, and there's something worth considering. But I like looking at the 15 minute, especially. Like, as soon as the 15 minute happens, then I'm in it for a minute. But like I said, as soon as you have a crossover, you start looking down here, and then the thing is, if there's a crossover, and if it kind of flirts with it being over this yellow line, I'll get in. Just because I still feel like it's following my strategy, and it would still be a win. Same thing with the sell. Same thing with the sell. Let's say you wanted to get in the sell position, right? And this is a scalping strategy, so you're in, you're out. As soon as this traded down, I would look to see if it was down, which it was. I would look for it to retrace, which it did. I would sell, and then it plummeted. So Bitcoin, for example, it plummeted, like, from about 93,700 all the way down to, like, freaking 90 below 90,000, which is pretty good for a sell. The thing is, with a scalping strategy, you'd be in, you'd be out. And then this trade lasted from 2 in the morning to like nine in the morning. So depending if you saw it, if you're awake, then yeah. Um, but yeah, you can make money with Bitcoin. Same thing with XRP. That's the thing with this. You can make money with almost any stock that Osprey FX will support. So it's not just cryptocurrency; it's stocks, it's indices, it is, man, what do you call that? A bunch of different stuff: gold, silver, metals. Um, it's all there. Forex, foreign exchange. You would literally just search it in here, like, yeah, energies, forex, crosses, forex indices, metals, mini forex, mini indices. There's bigger stocks you can get involved in on a smaller scale, which is great, because sometimes those margins can be daunting. Um, but yeah, let's say you made your trade, you made your profit, you got out of your positions. Uh, so I'm just going to review real quick again. Um, you take a position to buy or sell, and then you close that position when you want to take profit or accept your loss. and you can make your stop loss and take profit automatic. You can get in the market as soon as you want to, or you can set up a trade for later. So that's the basis of it. Um, oh, leverage. Yeah, leverage is important. So the reason why this one is a little bit more challenging but rewarding is because this is leverage trading. Basically, Osprey FX takes the money, your margin, multiplies it by 50, has a bigger impact on the market. And because of that impact, your exposure, it generates a better profit than it would be if you just outright owned XRP. But it is more risky. It is more risky. So that's why I have a bigger account with only a couple trades, because this is going to be risky, period. I'm accepting the risk, but I'm okay with it because of what it can do for me. Oh, I'm about to close these. But yeah, that's it. And same thing going backwards. So you go to Osprey FX, you withdraw your money from your account, and then actually, you transfer. Sorry, you transfer first. So you go from trading platform to your wallet. You would say this one. Then you would say, let me transfer it to USD, and you would do as much as you want. You would transfer. It takes up to 5 minutes, and then once it's transferred in here, you can withdraw it. A lot of times they'll say, "Hey, don't withdraw it. We'll give you bonus points," which is basically for every point you get, it's $5. But you have to trade a 1.0 lot, which is a lot depending on where you go. So yeah, it's a bit of a catch-22, but at the same time, you can actually trade a 1.0 lot pretty fairly in some stocks. So yeah, it's give and take. But you can, after you get it into Osprey FX into your wallet, you can actually transfer it to Coinbase, and once it's there, you can deposit it into your bank. And yeah, that's basically it. I know it was a lot of information. Uh, this is a whole language on its own. It's a lot of learning. It took me fucking forever, but the thing is, I'm here as a resource. I can show you everything you need to know. And yeah, here you go. So thank you for watching. Peace.